We conducted a fantastic workshop here at My World of Wellness where I taught how to make super healthy smoothie bowls with acai and berries and a delicious healthy namkeen. We also had an engaging session on oils and fats with our nutritionist Geetu and an insightful mental health discussion led by Lakshmi Narayanan. It was an amazing morning full of learning, wellness, and good food. Now, I want to show you exactly how to make one of the highlights of the workshop, the acai and berry smoothie bowl. This is packed with antioxidants, fiber, and healthy fats, and it's super easy to make it at home. For smoothie base, all you need is frozen acai, some pineapple, frozen blueberries, and strawberries. Make sure it's organic and it's thawed slightly before you start preparing. You also need coconut water, hemp seeds, and flax seeds. And for the toppings, you need sliced bananas. I also added some apple, granola, walnuts, and shredded coconut. Everything is natural, wholesome, and nutrient rich. All you have to do now is just add the frozen acai, pineapple, blueberries, and strawberries into your blender. I've already added the bananas. Bananas helps to make it a little sweeter. You can also add honey, but I did not put any extra sugar in my bowl because fruits itself gives a lot of sweetness. All you have to do is just blend everything together, pour in a little coconut water, just enough to help it blend smoothly. Then just add a tablespoon each of hemp seed and flaxseed, and you can even add some soaked chia seed. These gives your smoothie bowl a boost of protein, fiber, and healthy omega-3. Blend everything on high until it reaches a thick, creamy consistency like soft serve ice cream. The key is to keep it thick enough to hold all beautiful toppings together. Uh, s- all is just you have to do is pour your smoothie base into a bowl and top it with sliced banana, crunchy granola, walnut, and a sprinkle of shredded coconut. I've also added some apple in my toppings. Uh, and what the benefits of acai, and it's amazing. It's rich in antioxidants, protects your cells from free radicals, slowing aging and supporting overall health. It also helps to support your brain functions. I eat blueberries every day. It's rich in polyphenols. It improves memory, focus, and cognitive health, and it aids in digestion, high in fiber. It's a really good, your gut bacteria will love it. And it also naturally is an energy booster. It's packed with nutrients and vitamins. It helps to support immunity. It is high in vitamin C. It also acts as an anti inflammatory. It reduces inflammation and supports recovery after exercise. So, do try out. It's a powerhouse breakfast or snack, and I know your kids will love it. So now we'll be preparing to make some healthy namkeen. So stay with us. Here I'm making some namkeen in air fryer, which is also very healthy. All you need is some rice flakes, which also called murmura, some peanuts. You can also add some roasted chickpeas, curry leaves, mixed spices of salt, chili powder, turmeric, chaat masala. All you have to do is just mix everything. Here I added some coconut oil, and I'm using this air fryer, which is really good. It's the Ninja one, and it's made of glass. Making this healthy namkeen at home is much better than buying from the store. Store-bought snacks often contain refined oils, preservatives, and unnecessary additives, and they can be expensive. And I like when it's freshly made. So do try out this namkeen recipe. It's super easy and delicious. And by making it at home, you control the ingredients, use healthy oils or no oil at all. So add your favorite nuts and spices and enjoy.
For coming this Sunday morning. My name is Geetu Amar, and I have a master's in nutrition from Delhi University. I have worked in various hospitals in Delhi. I don't know if you're from Delhi, you know about Sir Gangaram Hospital and BL Kapoor Hospital. I was the head of the department there. Then I moved to Bombay and I was teaching nutrition there. And after that, I moved here. I've been here for last 10 years. I completed my dietetics from Meredith College here. And I am not pursuing anything, but yes, I do voluntary like Rashmi, and nutrition is my passion. I have worked with many doctors. I have worked with many companies also, mainly in India, and one of the companies was the olive oil organization from Italy. So they had come to India and they wanted to promote extra virgin olive oil when we did not know about extra virgin olive oil. It was there available in the market in India, but everybody was very confused what to use, what not to use. Because before that, if you remember, oil was used mainly for massaging. Kids used to be massaged with olive oil. So I have worked with the Italian companies who are into olive oil, who make olive oil from the Italian olives. And we had a chef, we had a professor, and we had somebody from the olive oil organization who had come to India to promote. So they taught us everything about the temperature, the smoking point, the composition and everything. I'm only talking about olive oil because that is one of the major oils these days that everybody talks about. I have worked with them, so that's why I confidently can talk that how you can use it. Apart from that, I have worked with the avocado institutions also in India, because again, avocado was not a very popular fruit in India. It used to come from New Zealand, and when it started getting popular in India, then I was working with the New Zealand embassy to promote avocado in India in terms of making avocado and also the avocado oil. So I'm giving you this background because that's how I am able to talk about the benefits confidently, that what you should use, how much you should use, and how you should use the oil. Fat has been blamed, has been considered as a villain, I would say, for years. People think fat makes you fat, fat gives you heart diseases, fat is very bad. So anytime we would ask somebody, they would say, I want to lose weight, I've stopped eating fat. I'm eating boiled food, I'm eating salads, I'm not using any oil. So that was the kind of thought process people had earlier, that fat is a bad thing, it's a villain, it should be removed, it increases cholesterol, it causes heart disease. So many bad things were attached to fat. But actually, what is the fact about it? Fat is very essential for our body system. It is one of the macronutrients that we need. Why is it important? Because it is a part of many body functions. Fat is a major part of your brain. Fat is a major part of your skin membrane. It's needed for the cushioning of our organs in the body. It is needed for the absorption of major vitamins in our body. It's needed for the right functioning of the cells, because the cell membranes are made up of fat. They need some amount of fat, the right amount of fat, to function efficiently. So fat is a very important part of our diet and one of the major nutrients that we need. But yes, so today for this purpose, we have organized this session to remove the myths from the facts. So we are taking up the facts with the science that it is associated with. There are different types of fats. So the difference between fats and oils is fats are solid at room temperature, oils are liquid at room temperature. That's a simple explanation that we say about fats and oils. And fats are all those your ghee, coconut oil, palm oil, margarine, all these, the animal fats, they are considered to be as fats. And the oils are the ones which are at liquid temperature, liquid at room temperature, which is like sunflower, olive oil, groundnut oil. Why are fats? As I was just talking about it, fats are a very concentrated source of energy. They give you 9 kilocalories per gram of fat, whereas the carbohydrates and proteins, they give you 4.5. They help in the absorption of vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are the fat soluble vitamins. You need fat for their absorption in your diet. It helps in the insulation, cushioning of the organs. You need some amount of fat in your body to help in the body temperature regulation. The essential fatty acids, they may play a very important role in brain development, blood clotting, and also in managing inflammation. Now here when we are talking about inflammation, we are not talking about a regular sujan that you have. Okay, inflammation it's not that. It's the inflammation of the cells. There is a good inflammation and then there is a bad inflammation. A good inflammation of the cells is when the cells are protecting themselves. If you are going through any kind of a disease or a problem, the cells have that kind of a capability to protect themselves by creating kind of an inflammation. So it does not allow the bad things to go inside. But this gets corrected and it goes back to its normal shape with a good diet, with the good lifestyle. If it increases, then it can cause issues. So it helps in managing the inflammation. Helps to build cell, as I said, has a fat-based membrane. It needs good amount of fats, the right amount of fats for efficient functioning. And the various hormones, they are also made from fats, like all the steroid hormones, the sex hormones, the stress hormones, and healthy fats is needed for a normal hormone balance. So you see, such important functions it is performing in our body, so we need fat. But the common myths that fat makes you fat, it causes heart disease, it's harmful, saturated fats increase your cholesterol, people don't eat ghee, people don't eat certain fats, no, it will increase my cholesterol. Egg yolk is bad. This has been going on for centuries, that egg yolk will increase your cholesterol. People say, we just throw away the egg yolk. I mean, for the fact is that egg yolk, it makes the egg complete. It is the most important source of vitamin A and choline, which is very important for brain development. So egg yolk, without egg yolk, I would say the egg is not complete. And it does not increase your cholesterol. Processed low food fats are healthy. Again, no, anything that says low fat is not necessarily healthy. Nuts are fatty, have cholesterol. Again, people don't eat cashews, people don't eat some nuts. No, they will increase my cholesterol. None of the nuts will increase your cholesterol. In fact, they all have good essential fatty acids. Fats are of two types, saturated and unsaturated. Okay, fats are made up of fatty acids. They are kind of made up of carbon and hydrogen, and we call them fatty acids. So they are of two types, which are liquid and room temperature, and they are again of two types, which is polyunsaturated and monounsaturated. Polyunsaturated fats are omega-3, omega-6, and monounsaturated fatty acids are omega-9 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids, you must have heard about like walnuts, flax seeds, fish. They are very rich in omega-3 and they help in a brain development. Omega-6 are the regular oils that we use, sunflower, safflower, these oils, and omega-9 are olive oil, avocado oil, the peanuts and almonds. They have high amounts of omega-9 fatty acids. The structure of these fatty acids make them saturated and unsaturated. So normal fatty acids or fats are made up of carbon and hydrogen. Saturated fatty acids, as you can see, they do not have any double bond in their full chain. It's a straight chain with no double bonds. That's how it makes it solid at room temperature. And the monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, they have double bonds. Mono has one, the polyunsaturated they have two, and here they have three for omega-3. So these double bonds make them liquid at room temperature. Now this structure is basic, is important to understand, because later when you understand the function of these oils, this is how it helps, that whether they are good for us or whether they are not good for us. And the latest dietary recommendations that have come up by the USDA 2025, it says 20 to 35% of the total calories should come from fats. It's not that the diet should be no fat or you should not take any amount of fats. It has to be 20 to 35%. Like if your requirement is say 1500 calories to be taken in the whole day, out of that 20 to 35% should come from fats. 50, and out of that total fat intake, maximum should be from monounsaturated, then polyunsaturated 20 to 30%, and less than 10% from saturated, and none from trans fats. Now what are trans fats? Anybody knows about trans fats? Trans fats are like they use it in the bakery products. They are hydrogenated fats that the polyunsaturated fats, which are liquid at room temperature, they deliberately add hydrogen to it to make it solid, which increases the shelf life of the product. Dalda, vanaspati margarine, basically margarine or dalda. So vanaspati, jisko bolte hain. So these oils, they use it for making cookies and the cakes that you see on the shelf, and that has an expiration date of like 2 years. So that makes it stable and it increases the shelf life of the product. So those are the trans fats, which should not be eaten at all, I would say, or very minimal if you really have to have. One thing here before my session I would like to ask, that all of you belong to different parts of India. We all come from different states in India. And you all must have seen your parents using, your mom using some kind of an oil. Or maybe just one oil. Okay, what kind of oil was used in your family?
Mostly groundnut.
Mostly groundnut oil? Okay, for you?
Peanut oil. Yeah.
And you are from?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, for you?
Ghee, mustard oil, like a combination.
You are from
Rajasthan
Bengal?
and
Rajasthan,
Calcutta.
yeah.
Okay, Calcutta is basically mustard oil. Yeah, okay. And from South? Anybody from South? What?
I am from Bombay, but my parents are from the south, so we use sesame oil a lot.
Sesame oil. But you are using only sesame oil
Sesame oil and ghee.
and ghee. That's it.
Yeah.
Coconut oil, yeah.
In the
preference
south,
nahi hai mera.
you use coconut
Coconut
oil.
Based on my
Yeah,
preference.
coconut oil, sesame oil. These are the two common oils that are used in the
Peanut
south.
oil too is.
Yeah, peanut oil. Yeah,
Peanut oil.
है ना? आपके कभी भी आपके parents ने extra virgin olive oil, they must have not used. Okay, they didn't know about avocado oil.
I think it wasn't even
Okay.
available in India.
It wasn't available, I agree. But for people who have been here for like 20-30 years, maybe you were getting olive oil here at
Yeah,
that time.
yeah.
Avocado oil is a new thing, but olive oil has been here for a very long time. Okay, but in India, nobody knew about that. Olive oil used to come, I remember in my family, my father used to travel and he would get olive oil, but that my mom used to use it for massage.
Yeah. Farigo or something, right?
It was a green color
Green-
का
small
tin
can.
आता था,
Yeah, yeah.
Spanish, Spain से
Yeah,
आता था.
Spain,
It was
yes.
used for massage.
Massage.
Muscle pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have never used these oils. Your moms have, I would say. Second is that during those times, the kind of food that we were eating was natural, homegrown, and it was not much processed.
Even the ghee was made at home. The ghee.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
To
made
make it
at
at
home.
home.
Even
Yeah.
the mustard oil and all that we used, it used to be like kachi ghani ka tel. If you remember, olden people, they used to go and get the oil taken out.
where you can stand
Yes.
and watch it come
Watch
out.
it come
I've done
out.
that.
So those kind of things were at that time, and the kind of food that we were eating was all natural food, no processed. So even if you were eating one type of oil, you would get the other nutrients from the food, and your system was able to handle it. Agreed, at that time, the age span was less, and people did have heart diseases, but it was not like, I would not say it was that severe as it is now.
Yes. Yes.
Is it correct? Yeah. So that is why, it's very important to understand that why we should be using different types of oils, one. And with the marketing that has come up, like you should use only this oil, or you should use only avocado oil, you should use only virgin oil, extra virgin olive oil, or only olive oil, that needs to be cleared very much. This is the same, that saturated fats, which is, everyone says it's dangerous for heart, you should not eat too much, wo heart mein jama ho jata hai. Okay, one thing is very clear, nothing gets deposited in your arteries immediately. It starts the moment a child starts eating food. At that time, the arteries starts getting those depositions. So if you see, if a child has been fed with lot of ghee, lot of butter, from the beginning, it will start getting deposited if it is not used up efficiently by your system. So it's not something that if I will eat today, tomorrow I'm going to have a heart attack. No. Similar is the thing with cholesterol. It's not nothing that if you have had cashews today, your cholesterol will increase. No. It's the overall diet that matters. It's the overall thing that matters. And dietary cholesterol does not have a direct relation with your blood cholesterol. It's the cholesterol that's made in your liver that has direct relation. Yes, there are certain foods which have a direct relation, like red meats, but it's not like that if you are eating, then suddenly your cholesterol will increase. Or if you are eating it like, I would say, once a week or twice a week, or maybe twice or thrice in a month, it's going to increase your cholesterol. No, it won't do that if your other diet is balanced. The same unsaturated fats, two types, polyunsaturated omega-6, omega-3, and mono is omega-9. Now, these fats, the polyunsaturated fats, which are omega-6 and omega-3, we call them essential fatty acids. And the omega-9 is called non-essential fatty acid. The difference is that the essential fatty acids you need from your diet and made in your system by the action of various enzymes. So essential fatty acids we need from the diet because they serve as precursors of the other fatty acids which the body cannot synthesize. And these are mainly involved in your increasing the energy, performance, stamina, for your immune system, for lowering the cardiovascular diseases, and also for your brain function. So polyunsaturated fat, omega-3, omega-6. These three is again of two types, alpha-linoleic acid and docosahexaenoic acid and eicosapentaenoic acid. These two are converted, omega-3 is called these two, and they are used mainly for brain function and to support the immune system. Omega-6 has linoleic acid, which is essential, and that is mainly in all the other refined oils that we get, like sunflower oil, safflower oil, that has linoleic acid. And omega-9 is called as oleic acid, which is a non-essential, which is made, some part is made in our system. That's the comparison. Omega-3 is essential, omega-6 is essential, omega-9 is not essential. Then the structure, the examples, and the sources. So for omega-3s, fish, flaxseed oil, walnuts, sunflower oil, sesame oil, olive oil, groundnut oil, avocado oil, mustard oil, they are all in the omega-9. The functions, they all have separate functions. Omega-3 has mainly the brain, heart, and anti-inflammatory. The omega-6 is cell growth, immunity, and omega-9 is heart protection. This is how it gets converted. It's little scientific, but I think it's important to understand a little bit about this. Linoleic acid, which I said is omega-6. If you take too much of that, only that oil in your diet, it gets converted into prostaglandin E2, which has an inflammatory response. This inflammation, if it is not controlled and increases, is what is called as inflammation, very commonly used word these days. That how can I control the inflammation? This is the inflammatory response, that is the cells become inflamed. They do not allow essential nutrients to go inside, and which in turn affects the whole body system. The other is the alpha-linoleic acid. If you see, it gets converted into eicosapentaenoic and docoxa-DHA, which is good, which has important functions in our system. It helps in the brain development. It also helps in the immune system, and also it's very important for the hormones. So this is a very important function that happens. So whenever you take this kind of an oil in the diet, in the presence of this enzyme that's called delta 6 desaturates, it gets converted into these. So if you're taking in a limited quantity, the enzymes will act efficiently. If one is increased, one is not there, then the amount that is converted will be more, and it will have a bad effect on our system. Yeah. So what is the role of omega-3 and omega-6? Omega-3 alpha-linoleic acid, as I said, it was ALA. It gets converted, and the plant foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts. You may see these words here, canola oil and soybean oil. I'll talk about it. It does have some amount of omega-3 in them. EPA is mainly fish. Fish is a very good source of omega-3. So that helps in maintaining the heart function. But people who do not take fish, definitely flax seeds and walnuts are the other options for them. And the omega-6, right quantity, right amount, helps in fact in lowering the LDL cholesterol. The ideal ratio should be 1:1 or 1:4. So omega-6, 1, so 4 parts. Omega-3, best is 1:4, but if you cannot maintain that, then 1:1 is important. Acceptable is less than 5:1, but modern diet has like 25:1. So to omega-6 is more and omega-3 is less. That's how all the inflammation is happening. So omega-3 we need to add deliberately, omega-6 we have to limit consciously, and omega-9 we can use as a base fat. This is how it affects. Omega-3 will help to open up the blood vessels. If you are taking more amount of omega-6, it constricts the blood vessels, leading to blood clotting, and this is how, if it increases, that's how it causes the heart problems. This is how we compare in terms of the presence of monounsaturated, polyunsaturated and saturated fat in each oil. So if you see, coconut oil has very less amount of monounsaturated, omega-9, and it has more of saturated fat. Okay, but in many, if you see in the south, in Kerala especially, we saw they use a lot of coconut oil. And a study was done long back, and they found out that in spite of taking saturated fat as coconut oil, their only oil was coconut oil. The heart disease was the lowest in Kerala. Why was it? Because the composition of coconut oil is different. It's a medium chain triglyceride. It doesn't get completely absorbed. It has a different system of absorption. So it's not directly related with the with increasing the saturation in your arteries. So it has a different type of acid which is called the butyric acid, and it does not allow them to get get deposited in the arteries. So that's why they found that the heart disease was low, the weight also was low at that time I'm talking. But now things have changed because modernization, lifestyle of people have changed. They have started eating more of refined, processed foods, and people have moved from there to different cities. So now the percentage has changed. But this I'm talking about this was done in the 90s at that time. The other common oil that you see, sunflower and safflower. These two oils are very commonly again used in India a long time. एक common oil था rice bran oil. I don't know if you know. Saffola had come out with a rice bran oil with cooking medium. Again because of the presence of monounsaturation in that. So sunflower and safflower, if you see, it has more of poly. So if the green is more, that means omega-6 is more in that. You go down, walnut, of course we don't use, soya-bean, corn, sesame. Sesame again is a very commonly used oil. That has 41% of monounsaturated, 44 of omega-6 which is poly, and only 13% of saturated. So you may say that it is a good oil, but the omega-6 percentage is more. So if you are using only sesame oil, you are getting more of omega-6 and you are not getting omega-3 and omega-9. We need a balance of all three. Okay, peanut oil is the one that has I would say has the best combination of mono and the poly. It has 48% and 34%. Canola oil, again, people reject canola oil like anything. I'm not taking canola oil is bad. It's made from rapeseed oil. Now, yes, it can be bad if it is made with GMO seeds. Otherwise, canola oil is not bad. It's very good because if you see the percentage, it has 62% of monounsaturated fat, which is omega-9, which is a good one. And it has only 31% of polyunsaturated, which is omega-6.
But most of the canola oil is GMO.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it is bad because if it is refined, if it is made with GMO, then definitely it is bad. Anywhere, if you can get a cold pressed oil, or you get organic oil, then canola is not bad. So rapeseed oils are good. They are not bad oils. Any oil which is refined, processed is not good. Even if you talk about olive oil. So when I was doing that workshop in India about olive oil, it goes through different processes. One is kind of a cold pressed that you call as extra virgin olive oil, which retains all the properties of the seed from which it comes. Okay. Then next what they do is, जो बच जाता है, उसको दोबारा से they process it and they make it go through, they add some chemicals and they make it go through another process that it's called the refined. Now refined oils again are not bad because they have a very high smoke point. For certain things you can use them, but definitely not for everyday frying purposes. So canola oil, then almond oil, olive oil is the best. Again, it has 78%, 8 and 14%. So this was the comparison of the oils that which has more of omega-9 and omega-6.
Where does mustard oil stand in this?
Sorry, mustard oil again is इसमें नहीं आया mustard?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Avocado.
Avocado oil भी नहीं आया. Avocado oil का इसमें नहीं है, but I have the percentage I think of. And avocado oil, yeah, avocado oil.
The
Because
rice bran, where did you place that?
rice bran was placed between the soya bean and corn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was also very good oil.
And avocado is.
Avocado also has say around with olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah, avocado oil has omega-9 as olive oil, so the percentage is almost the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it in my papers. I'll give you that.
Sure,
I'll just
thank
look
you.
for it. And I'm not wearing my glasses also.
Thank you.
So what is the practical Indian global oil strategy? Because our cooking is very different from the other global cooking. For us, we need to bhuno, we need to saute, we need to cook, we need to fry also, we need to maro tadka also. Everything we need to do that. Okay, how much as you avoid, how much, but you need to have at least one meal your own way of your cooking, like traditional cooking. I would say. Yeah. So best is oil rotation. Mustard oil has an excellent balance of omega-3 and omega-6. Olive oil is omega-9 is more dominant. Groundnut oil has moderate omega-6, but it has more of omega-9. So we need to limit very high use of omega-6 oils only in our diet. Like sunflower, corn oil, soybean oil. I think these oils nowadays, we are not using it here. We don't get it here also that much readily. And also we need to avoid seed oils, which are basically used. So these oils are used mainly for packaged foods. So what you need to see is the ingredients, what kind of oil they are using. If it says like organic oil, or if it says organic canola oil, or if it says made from this seed but organic or cold pressed, these are the words you need to see if you are picking up anything which is packaged. Another thing which is very important for the oil in our cooking is the smoke point. Okay, so you all say कि extra virgin olive oil use करते हैं क्योंकि उसका smoke point जो है, people don't use it for cooking because they say that it gets spoiled at Indian cooking. It should be used only for salads. It's right, it should be used for salad. Why? Because it has high amount of polyphenols, high amount of good antioxidants from the seed that it has been taken. Okay, it retains that. So when you put it like a raw oil on any salads or anything, you get that flavor. You won't like a cold groundnut oil because you don't like that flavor in the oil. But you would like the olive because you like olives and that flavor is good. So you like to put it on top and you want to eat it. But it has a high smoke point. It doesn't get spoiled at cooking temperature. So if you see the highest heat, avocado has 520 or 270, peanut oil, sunflower, vegetable oil. Then the medium heats is virgin oil, which is 210. I'll come to the cooking temperatures also. Sesame, canola, walnut oil, olive oil refined, macadamia nut oil, lard is the animal fat. And then the low heat, which gets burnt very fast. So those are corn oil, coconut oil, unrefined peanut oil, extra virgin olive oil and butter. 150 is the lowest temperature. Okay. Have you ever tried to see the temperature when you are cooking the food?
No.
Anytime? No. Okay. So how we detect the smoke point means that when you heat the oil, it should give out a black smoke. That is the highest point of that oil. कि वो oil कितना high तक जा सकता है, जहां पर it changes its composition and it turns into black smoke. That is the highest smoke point. Do we ever cook till that point?
No.
Do we ever cook till थोड़ा नीचे उसके कुछ जल जाए, सब जल जाता है? Okay, we do not cook anything till that smoke point. Which is, but frying में भी जब आप continuous cooking करते हो तब वो high पे जाता है. If you go to that black smoke point and you make a puri, it will come out burnt.
Yeah.
What about when we do like tadka? Sometimes
coming
we
to that.
see that thing come up.
I'm coming to that.
ठीक है.
So that is, so you उस point पे जाना, उस point पे you have to retain cooking at that time. That is bad.
So everything here is okay, that means.
So this is the temperatures for the Indian cooking. Okay. Now typical sabji that you cook does not go beyond 120. The water in the vegetables makes the temperature balance. It doesn't let it go too high. It doesn't let it go too low. So nothing gets affected at that temperature. Your oil is stable. It doesn't get affected. So onions, garlic, when you're sauteing the vegetable, the oil rarely smokes. You don't take it to that, because if you take it to that temperature और आप garlic डालोगे तो वो burn हो जाएगा. So you don't let it go till that temperature. This is well within the safe ranges for extra virgin olive oil, mustard oil, canola and groundnut oil. If you are bhunoing a masala, it will go from 160 to 180, but again, जैसे ही वो थोड़ा high होता है, आप कम कर देते हो. You won't let it cook on that high heat for a very long time. And then what is happening is the vegetable is getting cooked. जो उसका पानी है वो उसको और balance कर रहा है. The water in all the vegetables, it's balancing that. The water gets evaporated and also the temperature of the oil is getting maintained inside. For tadka, chonk, it's very brief. You did it and immediately you put it. You did not allow the oil to break its composition. It went to that temperature because you needed that for a tadka, but immediately you put it in your dal or anything and it came down. So the oil is not affected. Ghee, refined oils, ghee gets burnt very fast, but again we know that ghee jaise hi garam hota hai, we put the vegetable, or you are using it for tadka, or we are using it for
halwa.
roti.
For halwa also, right?
For halwa
So,
also
yeah.
it's bhuno.
Slowly, yeah.
See, when it's heated, you put the atta.
Yes.
Then you are cooking it. You are not making it reach that temperature, burn temperature,
Yeah.
to its smoke point. We are
Right.
not making it reach that point.
Right.
Is it safe to use ghee for deep frying like they do in the north?
See, for deep frying, for some amount it's okay, but again, it's a saturated fat. If you have a very balanced diet, that you are taking good amount of antioxidants, you are taking good amount of vegetables in your diet with balance, you can use ghee. But again, only ghee is not good. You need to have a balance of the other oils. So sometimes eating like a puri or a something or a jalebi in desi ghee will not affect your system if you are following a balanced lifestyle.
Okay.
Yep.
All in moderation.
And question for you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of us probably think of this. How safe is it to reuse an oil?
I'm coming to that. Yeah. So there's then the worst case is when it goes beyond 200 to 230. It is when you leave the oil alone. वो किया कई बारी
भूल गए.
high पे भूल गए. You see a black smoke come. Then what do? You just switch it off completely.
Is it okay to then cool it and then use it, or should we just?
If
dump
it is a fresh oil, you have just put it, it's gone that, you saw that, you switched it off and you removed it, you can use that. But if it is a reused
Already
oil, already done oil, then you should not do it.
So you should never use already cooked oil, or only you
No,
should
you
not get
can.
it to that
You can
temperature?
use it.
Okay.
You can use it. So what happens is, when it starts smoking, the acrolein formation. Acrolein is the bad fat. That formation happens. But yes, it doesn't happen immediately. It takes some time for it to also break. It starts breaking at that time when it goes on a black smoke. But अगर आपने उसको छोड़ दिया and it's continued on that, then definitely that starts getting formed. And you will see also those black things आ जाता है oil. If you leave it, yeah, it gets kind of a black residue. That black residue is the acrolein formation that happens. Extra virgin olive oil, I think I have told you, the research also shows that it can be used for cooking. So please do not say extra virgin olive oil, I don't use it for cooking because it gets bad. If you have got a very high quality extra virgin olive oil which has a very good flavor, very good smell, I would say yes, you can use it for salads, but you can use it for cooking also. It won't get bad. The only thing is थोड़ा उसका flavor कम हो जाएगा. That polyphenols वो थोड़े से कम हो जाएंगे when you are cooking it. But it's not going to be any bad. Extra virgin olive oil can safely be used for our Indian cooking. We have also done frying in extra virgin olive oil because it has a good amount of smoke point. Anytime at home, try to see the temperature of the oil when it's hot for making puris. See how high it goes. What is the temperature at which you start making puris? It won't be the highest smoke point that it goes up to. It will always be less than that. For frying, usually it's 180 to 200. It doesn't go beyond that.
So which one is good for that frying, like vada, puri?
Yeah. Okay, so all these myths about olive oil, I think now it's clear. It's absolutely good to use, and this is all marketing. Ki this olive oil is for cooking and this is for salads. These are all marketing gimmicks. Use extra virgin olive oil. Yes, it should be in a dark bottle and a glass bottle because it's kind of little unstable, and never keep your oil close to your stove because it gets heated. But now, like what my daughter told me, they have some kind of bottles available in which you can keep the oil and you can keep it next to the stove and it doesn't get affected. Because we were just talking about it and my daughter told me, because they in New York they have small kitchens, so they have to keep everything. So she said that she got those bottles from Amazon, which if you keep the oil near the stove, it doesn't get affected.
Hopefully the bottle.
I don't know, but you can.
glass and
It's some kind of a glass.
Yeah.
You can do the research about it. So we were just having a discussion in the morning, and she told me
It's
about all
probably
these
heat
things. So,
resistant to some.
yeah, something like that. Even I need to get it. If I find it from her, which one is, I'll post it in the group, that link. So those kind of things are available. And olive oil, any extra virgin olive oil you can use for your cooking. For salads, if you are really interested, go for a high quality and flavored. Simple thing, if you want to make your oil also infused, get an extra virgin olive oil, put it in a dark glass bottle and put 2 sprigs of rosemary, washed and clean, full sprigs of rosemary. Leave it for about 2 weeks. It will be an infused oil. You can put any kind of a flavor in that. I have done that. I always do that. But you get the flavored ones also. I'm not sure if you get it here, but when they came from Italy, they got like small bottles which were really infused olive oil, which had a very good flavor to be used for salads. I got too much stuff on olive oil, so I just got everything here. Okay, so now the oil comparison. These are the common oils that we are using. Oil flavor in India, mustard oil is a very strong classic. We are using, it has a high tolerance. We are using for tadka, bhuno, everything that we are cooking in it. It's very balanced versus many other seed oils. And it is used, it can be used for all the Indian cooking. But yes, russic acid is a concern if it is not made from a good source. Again, so you need to take more of the cold pressed mustard oil, which is good. Again, the GMO or the other oils, sometimes you get the mustard oil, they use it for diya jalane ke liye and all that stuff. So that should not be used for cooking. For cooking, it should be, the source should be good of the mustard. Extra virgin olive oil, we just spoke about it. Avocado oil is refined. It has a neutral taste. It is excellent high heat. Omega-9, it has more of omega-9 and can be used for base cooking. Now, here two things I would like to tell you. Omega-9, we say that it is non-essential. You don't need it, it is made in the body. And avocado oil is omega-9. Then why we are using avocado oil if omega-9 is being made in our body? The difference is that the omega-3, omega-6 and omega-9 have different functions in our system. Omega-3 has more of the brain development, more of the immune system. Omega-6 also has important functions in our body in terms of insulation, in terms of helping the cell membrane. They also use some amount of omega-6. Omega-9 is mainly cardioprotective. That's why you need it in your diet. But for other benefits, you need omega-3, you need omega-6. So using only avocado oil in your diet is also not good. Using only extra virgin olive oil is also not good. We need to use different oils in the same day. It should not be rotation also कि एक दिन ये किया, एक दिन ये किया. Or I have seen what people do is सब्जी बनाते एक चम्मच avocado, एक चम्मच वो, एक चम्मच वो. कि we are mixing the oils. Never mix the oils because every oil has a different composition, different smoke point, different heating levels.
Can we use ghee and oil together? Sometimes otherwise it
I
gets
think there are
too.
brands which have come with ghee and coconut
Sometimes
oil.
there's a
Butter and
oil.
it should not be. I would say you should use it separately. Ideally, you should use it separately.
Because हम लोग तड़का like ऊपर से जो तड़का लगाते हैं that is with ghee, right?
हाँ,
Generally.
ऊपर से जब
तो
आप
but
तड़का-
जब भूनते हैं हम शायद कोई और oil.
That is okay.
That is
like
okay.
आपने ऊपर से तड़का मारा, नीचे cooking किया,
हाँ.
that is fine. But then what you cannot do is कि एक ही time cooking आप दोनों में
Okay,
करते
साथ में नहीं use
Ghee we are using to give it more of a flavor.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
when we are putting on top of it. But जब हम नीचे से दे रहे हैं, cooking कर रहे हैं उसको, so it has to be like a different, I mean, one oil.
Got it.
And preferable is like if you are making 3 to 4 sabzis in a day, try to use different oil for different sabzis.
Got it.
Like you're making dal, so you use ghee. If you are making a sukhi sabji, you can use either groundnut oil or maybe you can use extra virgin olive oil for cooking that.
Okay.
And then if you are frying, for frying I would say a groundnut oil or a good quality canola oil is also good. If you find a good quality canola oil, that is good.
Geetu, can you put canola oil? I've never found any good brands actually.
You haven't found any good brand. So जो normal canola oil आता है, अगर आप use करना चाहते हैं frying के लिए, you can use it. One more thing, like if you are using any oil for making, I would say if you have a party at home and you are frying for that, definitely one-time frying is the best option.
Yeah.
But like for me, I have to make like only 4 puris because my husband wanted to eat that. So I did fresh oil, 4 puris kiya, bun kiya. The oil is still clear, doesn't have any residue. I can use it again. But अगर family के लिए आपने किया है and you see that there are some residues inside, you see the oil has become thicker, you have to discard it.
And the color, if the color changes.
Color change. If you are using groundnut oil for your frying, one time you fry it, the next time you use it for your normal cooking. Because उसमें वो उतना temperature high नहीं जाता है. So it won't get bad. So you can do that. But if you are doing a big lot of frying, you can do it in canola oil, but one time frying. And big time frying is like occasional frying only. We are not doing it all the time. So you can do that. और ऐसे नहीं है कि एक टाइम आपने इसमें फ्राई किया, so oh no, the hell is gonna fall, my health is gonna be bad. Nothing will happen. If you are eating good amount of fruits, vegetables in your diet, your system has an ability to help discard those fats, discard those free radicals, discard those harmful elements that come with that. Maybe it's able to discard it. It's able to remove it from your system.
I have a question. So there are some recipes like butter paneer or something like that. They call for like a little bit of butter and then a little bit of oil together. So how should we do that? Like
that's occasional cooking.
Yeah, that's occasional.
Yeah. So even I do it sometimes. Like it's basically to enhance the flavor of the food. So you put both the things together.
Yeah.
But do not let it go very high. Just make it. It's ideally not preferred that it should not be used. But for occasional some recipes, usually what I do is I do the basic cooking in oil and then I put it on top.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do like that.
How do you compare sesame oil and peanut oil in terms of?
Yeah, so sesame oil again is a very good, but it has kind of a high omega-6. The only base oil.
Okay.
So only cooking in sesame oil is not good. Groundnut oil has a better composition as compared to sesame also because it has it has monounsaturated fats in it. So you can use that, but again I would say groundnut oil has to be combined with 1 part of any omega-9. It can be avocado or it can be olive oil and some amount of ghee.
I got confused here. Combined with in the sense?
Combined means
not
1:1:1. Combined in a sense,
Another
in
day,
a day.
another
In a day.
curry or another.
Okay.
Combined means like you
In
are
a different
using
dish, I can use a different oil.
Yeah.
Okay, that
You
is-
have to do that. Only.
Yeah.
Combined.
That
means
is what you
you
mean by
make
combined,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
That's what
okay.
I mean by combined.
So you cannot do like 1 month this oil, next month.
No.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
know,
that's
but same day.
Because 1 month that one oil has given you nothing. So 1 month में जो what your cell needed, you were not able to give it 100%. So 1 month में the health of that cell has gone from here to say here, and then you start giving, so वो थोड़ा ऊपर push होगा, but then next month again it will go. So you want to make it like this.
रश्मि की वजह से मैंने बाकी सारे oils को discard कर, only avocado, my full allegiance is for
No. Omega-6. So we need, it should not be the base oil. Mix it with, like mix it, I mean is use different oils in a day. Okay. Sesame oil untoasted and toasted again has strong aroma. So toasted oil you can use it for a drizzle. Like when we use Asian foods, we do toasted oil as a drizzle. It's mainly for the flavor. Whenever you are putting any oil for a drizzle, it has to have that kind of a flavor.
Yeah.
So that you get the effect of that recipe that you have made. It's that. Okay. So now let's clear the myths. Refined oils are poison. No, they are not poison. The thing is, you need to see a source and how much you are eating. Little bit of eating, namkeen ka kuch packet thoda bahut kha liya, it's fine. It should not be a part of your daily eating habit. If you are eating that every day, I have seen people eating Haldiram Bhujia, full packet in one sitting.
Oh my God.
Yes. People who I know, they had it.
हमारे
They had a
group के
very
नहीं
bad
है,
heart attack after that. So it should
They
not.
haven't talked to Russian
Yeah, so that's not good. That's not. That's why she had the class for this kind of a namkeen today. So which has like you can put any avocado oil or maybe extra virgin olive oil or even groundnut oil. That's okay. I use cold pressed groundnut oil at my house
That's the best.
for cooking.
Where do you get that?
Any Indian
Indian
store?
store? Yeah.
It's written cold pressed peanut oil.
They have like this big tin that I saw.
It's a container.
Yeah, it's a big tin.
Yeah, so
I
I
saw
use groundnut oil, cold pressed groundnut oil one. I use extra virgin olive oil for my sukhi sabjis that I do. Ghee is for rotis. We put ghee on all our rotis or paranthas if I make. I do not use any oil for, it's basically the taste. We don't like it. We put ghee. So that way my 1:1 ratio of ghee comes in from there. Butter is sometimes used for bread. So that again, one thing comes. But ghee is homemade. And ghee, I use it for, I don't use it for much for tadka because personally I don't like that strong flavor. But for rotis and all, we use ghee. Groundnut oil for cooking, extra virgin olive oil. I have one high flavor one that I use for my salads. One I use for cooking and for sauteing vegetables. I don't use avocado oil. I haven't got it. I found it a little expensive, so I didn't get it.
Mustard oil also.
I don't like mustard oil flavor, so I don't use mustard oil because, and also I come from Delhi where mustard oil is not a very common oil. So we have not used it. My family never used mustard oil, so I don't have that kind of a flavor. I don't have a flavor of coconut oil because again I've not grown up with that. Sesame oil, I have not grown up with that. We used to use groundnut. Peanut oil was a very common oil that was used in Delhi. Second, rice bran oil came in, which was by Saffola they had come, and that has a high amount of monounsaturated fat, so we used to use that.
Little bit of coconut oil, you can, this doesn't smell bad. You won't even feel it.
I don't like cooking, but
But once in a while, little bit
you
can.
should
Use all kinds of oil.
So that's why you can.
So that's
you
the
can
only brand
definitely
which
use.
doesn't taste bad.
That you can.
But I heard some.
I have a question.
rushing us.
It's not a part of this. That's why I'm asking. What's the shelf life of a oil? Like how long? Because most of these oil comes in bulk, and we hardly cook like so much with oil. Like not like we have smaller families. So what do you do for that? Is there a shelf life? Because you don't get small.
There is none kind of a shelf life, but yes, how you keep them, store them, that's important.
That's
so store
okay.
them in a cool, dark place.
Huh.
Do not expose them too much to heat. Do not expose them too much to light.
Okay.
That's the only precautions that you need to
And
take.
peanut oil, I've seen do they come in bottles too?
Yes.
Okay.
But peanut oil is like a normal jar that comes.
Okay.
It's like a normal jar. I get
Yeah, I
the
think
5
I've
liter
seen
one.
it,
It's called cold pressed peanut. Brand ka aata hai. I think at this time I got a Lakshmi brand. which is bada.
Mantra has a small.
Mantra has a small bottle,
Also-
but I get it a big
Also
one because
Dabur.
I use it.
Dabur also.
I
has.
do use the canola oil that you get for frying, but as I said, I am a little careful about it whenever I use it. So I use groundnut oil also for frying. These two oils I use because they refined oils have a high smoke point and they don't get bad. So frying is like once a week or something that happens. If it's a very large cooking and my oil shows that it's changed color, I don't use it again. But groundnut oil, if you have made puris one day, you still see that you just did the frying for say about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it hasn't changed the color, you can use it for cooking
Okay.
your vegetables.
Baking, what would you recommend?
Baking, oil is good. Vegetable oil is not good because you don't know what kind of vegetables they put into that oil, what kind of a refining process has been used. So you can use groundnut oil or you can use butter. Butter or ghee. Yeah, that you can
So
use.
what
for
about
that.
avocado oil for
Avocado
baking?
oil, you can use it for baking. It's a neutral oil.
Actually, the best thing is mix and match what she told is
Yeah.
the best thing. That's what I do. I don't use avocado oil every day. And the other thing is mindful about the quantity.
Yeah, definitely.
ना oil अच्छा बता रही
नहीं,
है
जैसे baking के लिए like cakes or
Quantity
things like
matters,
that.
See, you
still
do
be
baking.
mindful.
You can use a refined oil for baking, which is a cold pressed refined oil. That's a groundnut oil or avocado or extra virgin olive oil. You can use for
How
cooking.
about coconut oil for baking?
You can, but again, the point is that when you are using it, you need to see how much you are eating. If you are like, it's a big quantity. You put at least 1 cup for the cake when you are using. For that purpose, you use less for that. So you can use, you must be using curd or something else. Yeah, so I think then you can use it definitely. But if you are using more quantity and then you are eating also, or you are eating like fried foods every day, then definitely the quantity increases. It does say that you have to take 20 to 35% of your total calories of the oil, but that doesn't mean that you can eat as much as you want. That usually comes to about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Okay, तो आप जब खाना बनाते हैं, like 2-3 vegetables, whatever you are doing, 3-4 spoons तो उसी में निकल जाता है. So rest of the thing that you can use, but you should not go overboard with that. And we'll come to quickly come to nuts also. So one is refined oils are poison. As I said, it's not toxic. It's a normal use, but they are approved because they are stable at high heat. So refined oils completely you can't say कि ban कर दो or we should not use. They are very stable at high temperatures. So that's why people use it for cooking. But yes, not in excess. Cold pressed oils are always safer. They are, but they do get sometimes degraded at high heat also. So again, should not be used for long-term frying. Short-term frying, cold press oil is good. Long-term frying, cold press oil may get disintegrated. Smoke point alone decides the oil safety, not necessary. Oxidative stability also matters. Like oils rich in MUFA, antioxidants, they do perform well at moderate heat, but if you heat at very high temperature, then some amount of antioxidants are lost. Seed oils cause inflammation by default, not necessary by default, unless suppose you are eating omega-3 also, omega-9 also, अपना antioxidants भी खा रहे हैं, सब कुछ खा रहे हैं, then once in a while eating is not a problem. But yes, it should not be a very major part of your diet, and it should not be consistent. As I said, you can't eat a full packet of a bhujia or a full packet of a namkeen every day. Yeah.
So basically, I shouldn't be using only sesame oil.
No,
Yeah.
not only sesame
Got
oil.
it.
So one best oil should be used for
Correction to
everything.
take home.
Oil rotation is always healthier. And smoke oil makes food instantly toxic. As I said, it doesn't make it instantly toxic. If you leave it for a very, जैसे हलवाई का अगर आप oil देखोगे, in India, they just leave it there. Okay, that is bad, but it tastes good also. So any kind of a bread pakoda eaten on that stall tastes the best as compared to make it at home. It increases the taste, but again, it increases the harmful effects also. But yes, if I have had a good amount of fruits in the morning and I want to enjoy one fried thing in India when I go, I don't mind that because I am compensating it with my other good habits.
इंडिया जाके भी
हाँ इंडिया जाके भी यही होता है. So
Whole trip to India itself is like the
पहुंचते ही अटैक
write it
तो
off.
वो
to the
जो
world,
रस्ते
right?
वाला
Go to
होता है
the
वो
world.
that tastes more better because of that oil. So acrolein formation जो होता है ना वो taste बढ़ाता है.
Especially when you should
That's
have
it.
it fresh, not frozen.
Yeah,
right?
it's harmful, but it improves the taste. It gives you that
तो
good
जितना
taste.
टेस्टी हो उतना अवॉइड
Trans fats to be avoided. Nowadays, like not too many baked foods and all, they have trans people will not eat it. So they have changed the language
क्या
on the
बोलते हैं
packets that they put more of like seed oil or some kind of other things that they use. It's not very common, but do look for this. It's not good. If you see anything that says trans fats, it should not be taken. So what's the deal? Yes, 1:1:1 is the ideal ratio. 3, 6 and 9. That's the ideal ratio. We need, and you should include some amount of nuts also, because nuts again, they have good fats, good essential fatty acids. A handful of nuts every day. Handful mein kitna aata hai? About say 10 almonds, 5 to 10 pistachios, macadamia nuts, or maybe walnuts, or pecans, or even cashews. Don't be afraid of cashews. Kuch nahi bigada. It's very nice. Yeah, have a nice morning. If you take a small katori that has all these nuts, it's a very good healthy breakfast.
But handful, like not like all these nuts.
वो
but
खा भी नहीं
handful,
पाते
handful.
because they are so full of fat.
handful like
That's it. Yeah, it becomes a lot. So handful is the one that is important.
Of license will get. That's how handfuls done.
Yeah, I'll just tell you about that thing. Yeah. So in almonds, if you really want to know the composition, it is monounsaturated is about 65 to 70%. That is omega-9 is high in almonds, and cashews also has 55 to 60% of omega-9 in them. So you can have them. Yes, not in larger quantities, but handful, yes, can be taken. Yes, the coconut oil ka smoke point you were asking, I think 170 to 230, something like that. So
But do we know any brand of oil that that we can know that are better to use? Like
Coconut Nutiva.
brand, I think coconut ka ye wala use kar sakte hain. You need to learn to read the labels. That's more important. That you should see what is written on that. And organic cold press is the best. One is the cold press is the best thing to see any oil that is
So
cold
when it
pressed.
comes to olive oil, when you say the quality wise, right? Is the Kirkland brand something comparable, or would you say that is somewhere in middle and there is better organic?
See, you need to see what is written on that. Some labels, they say that it has high amount of antioxidants and polyphenols in that. That one you can use it if you say it's more expensive, and you can use it for salads or making your salad dressings.
So you can basically
Yeah, and if you are using a Kirkland, it's not bad. You can use it for your cooking because you are making a vegetable. Vegetable again has a lot of antioxidants in it, so you don't need extra from that.
So you're kind of balancing it.
Yeah, basically for salads also you can use that. No harm in it because salad itself has all the antioxidants. But it's just that you like that flavor. It enhances the flavor. That's the only thing. And I think all these different types. There's one more oil which is available, olive oil. It's called olive pomace oil. I don't know if you have seen. It's called olive pomace. POMACE. That pomace oil is basically from all the crushed olives that's left behind. They refine it and make that oil. It's a pomace. Again, it's not bad. You can use it for cooking, but it won't have those high nutrients, polyphenols and antioxidants as the other one.
One more question, sorry, quickly.
No.
So these almonds, right? Sometimes people are saying you have to soak them overnight and eat them. So what's the difference between eating just a handful of raw almonds in the morning versus soaking them overnight, peeling the skin off and eating them?
So soaking, what happens is it reduces, there are some phytic acids and there are some compounds in them which soaking makes it easier to digest.
Okay.
So that's how it's like you can soak it and have it.
And
You
what
can
about
have
the
it like
skin?
that also, or you can soak it and have it. It's easily digestible and it reduces the phytic acid in that. Like the dals, the sabut dals and all, the same thing, that when you soak them overnight, it loosens those acid. It loosens those.
So it's just going to aid in digestion.
Yes, it
And what
helps.
about
with
the
it.
skin on? Do you peel?
You
and
should
eat
take
them?
the skin. You should
take
not
the
peel it.
Yes.
But yeah, you should take the skin. Less refined, and our Mother Nature provides us with all the healthy sources we need to follow. So combine your oil with good things to get the best benefits. So do not get scared when you go to buy the oil. If I'm getting only this or only that, mix of oil is fine.
Give it to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We can take a quick break.